In this episode of Drinking Made Easy, we head to the hostess city. We make enough punch for an army.
The recipe makes about 50 gallons.
Force down some Jaeger eggs. And try to stomach some giant oyster shooters.
See what that looks like? It's like a brain.
It's Drinking Made Easy, Savannah. I'm Zane Lamprey, and my job is to drink. I'm traveling around with my mascot, Steve McKenna, and my buddy Pleplius, as we explore the local drinking cultures, customs, and cocktails. Along the way, we'll soak in the local flavor in an effort to make drinking easy. I usually like to start the day fresh, but in my profession, that's sometimes difficult. Last night was a long one, so today I have a hangover. And in my experience, nothing takes care of hangovers like a little hair of the dog. We have to get to our first location early because once they open, it's a madhouse. When we arrived at the Lady & Sons at 8 a.m., Bobby Dean, one of the owners, greeted us with a peach mint julep.
What are we drinking?
This is a peach mint julep. So it's a combination of the South and then of Georgia South.
The peach mint julep is made with mint, bourbon, and peach simple syrup. Muddle the mint in a large mason jar, squeeze in some homemade peach simple syrup, a nice draw of bourbon, and some ice.
This is one of the best drinking cities.
Savannah is like New Orleans. You can walk into a bar, order a drink to go. So you can literally drink in the streets in Savannah. If you can walk around and drink, it's a great city.
It's synonymous with drinking, but not necessarily because you can take a go cup and go around.
Not necessarily because of that. I think that there's a rich history of that here,
Right.
because you have to imagine when you go back to the Civil War, if you go out to look at Fort Pulaski, you'll see people have been drinking here for a long time.
We're all good at it.
This is known as the hostess city, right?
Hostess city, yeah,
And
absolutely.
so everyone here is actually very nice.
It's a very welcoming, very friendly city.
Yeah. You mix in the whole southern charm and then the old city, and this was one of the only cities that survived the Civil War, right?
Yeah, General Sherman burned his way from Atlanta to Savannah, and when he got here, he actually opted not to burn Savannah because of how beautiful it was, and he actually gave it to President Lincoln as a gift.
That's why there's maybe older buildings here than obviously.
Yeah, well, the building that we're in right now is 200 years old.
Really?
Yeah, this place is history and architecture.
This is your mom's place, but it's also you and your
This
brothers
is-
as well.
Yeah, my mom is Paula Dean, and she and my brother Jamie and I started our business out of our home in 1989. Being in business with your family will either draw you together or it'll drive you apart.
Right.
And it really pulled us together. And it's really nice to have family members in your business because if you can't trust them, who can you trust?
Right.
But at the same time, you treat them worse than you would treat any other person. So
See?
it's really a double.
I consider you family. That's why I treat you so poorly.
You know what? I agree.
Makes sense now?
When we got here at 8,
Yeah.
there was already a line.
Yeah, on a Monday.
On a Monday morning.
It's incredible. It's really incredible.
And that line's just going to grow. And the restaurant opens at what time?
11 o'clock.
11 o'clock.
None of us in my family or the people who work here will ever take that for granted.
Right.
That is incredible. As a restaurant owner, to have people waiting to get into your restaurant.
It's good.
It's very good.
Somebody's doing something right.
Yeah, man. I'm so sorry. Cheers to all that. Ready to start the day.
Yeah.
This is why I like to drink. Makes me such a better person.
It's like good for you.
Why do you say it's good for you?
Well, because before I started drinking this, I didn't feel so good.
I know, because we had hangovers.
But now I feel better.
Well,
It's
yeah,
gotta be good for
I
you.
know, but then if you keep drinking, then you'll get another hangover. You gotta, at some point, you gotta, you have to feel the ill effect.
If you stop drinking, you'll get another hangover.
You're right. I'm actually wrong because this is your job.
It's my job. When I go home, I can throttle back a little bit. I choose not to, but I can.
Before we left, Bobby gave us signed copies of the book he and his brother wrote. And Steve had a funny observation.
I find it interesting that in this picture, his foot is on fire, and in this picture, his balls are on fire. I mean, it's just part of it. I think it's good.
Good morning, everybody!
After that drink and a great big breakfast, we left the Lady & Sons feeling much better. And if that didn't get us back on track, our next location definitely will. The River House makes a famous local drink called the Chatham Artillery Punch. And it definitely packs a punch. We line up a few, and Ray gives us the lowdown on this historic punch.
It's named after the Chatham Artillery, which is a group of guys that was started in 1789, I believe. And their first duty was to serve as honor guards for when President Washington showed up.
Okay.
The ladies had a punch bowl with some innocent punch in it. As the party went on, all the members of the Chatham Artillery came by and
Just dump whatever they had in.
added a little this and that in.
So how many shots would you say are in each one of these?
I'm guessing
3? 4?
about 3 shots plus the wine and the champagne. So
People like to drink here in Savannah. The Savannah flu is a hangover.
that's correct.
Now that seems more appropriate.
In Chatham County, it is.
Oh, so that's why they're the Chatham Artillery. They were the army of the county.
The militia.
Now I ask Ray about the Chatham Artillery Punch.
You make this in giant containers.
That's right. The recipe makes about 50 gallons. So we've cut it down by a quarter for the purposes of the show.
So we can make it in this.
That's right.
The Chatham Artillery Punch is made with Catawba wine, rum, gin, Benedictine, maraschino cherries, rye whiskey, tea, brown sugar, orange juice, lemon juice, and champagne. We're cutting down the recipe from 50 gallons to 12.5 gallons so we can make it on top of the bar.
So wine from Ohio.
Start with 3 pints of Catawba wine.
Now this is all just sort of eyeballed, but I think we did a pretty good
I'm
job.
pretty sure that's how they did it.
And a pint of rum,
All right, so now we have gin. Where's your gin, buddy?
a pint of gin,
I'm going to get ready to taste this
Okay.
after y'all get done, because I'm not serving it if it isn't right.
Okay, brandy.
Brandy.
pint of brandy,
That must be it.
By the process of elimination.
Now we need Benedictine.
That's the Benedictine.
All right, what is Benedictine?
A liqueur made from 237 roots, herbs, berries, and barks by the Benedictine monks.
half a pint of Benedictine,
2 quarts of maraschino cherries, so we just have a pint.
Close enough.
a pint of maraschino
That's
cherries,
got some juice in it, too. That gives it a little sweetness.
So now we have more booze.
half a pint of rye whiskey,
You guys love your sweet tea down here.
Absolutely.
2 pints of sweet tea,
That's a little bit of Savannah, there's a little bit of Georgia in there.
a pint of brown sugar, orange juice, lime juice. Then we try to figure out how to mix it up.
You know, we could probably cyclone it.
So I give it a spin.
I think you probably got most of it. So you want to taste this straight? Is that what you said?
We are in Savannah. You cannot taste the alcohol in that
That's
at all.
sneaky.
So that sits for
2 days.
2 days.
And with the magic of television, we get a finished batch of Chatham Artillery Punch.
Who's gonna do a punch stand?
Yeah, see, this is where the good ideas start coming out.
Coming up on Drinking Made Easy, a sword fight.
Oh, that's his point?
Hell's his touch.
Welcome back to Drinking Made Easy. Right now, we are in Savannah, Georgia at the 1790 Inn, and this is one of the most haunted rooms in the country, room 204. So for a list of the locations we went to while we were in Savannah,
And for the places that I forgot about.
yeah, go to drinkingmadeeasy.com, and you are gonna sleep here tonight. Night.
Any beer?
We're drinking our way through Savannah. Our next stop is back in town at Jen's and Friends, where they offer up over 150 different martinis. We start at the beginning with the first martini they ever invented.
You know, we've seen a lot of martinis made with fruit, but you guys have actual candy bar martinis. And you said that the one that really kicked it off for you was the Reese's peanut butter? Let's make that.
The peanut butter martini is made with vanilla vodka, hazelnut liqueur, peanut butter syrup, and chocolate milk. Jen tells me how she entered this martini in a bartending competition.
I had to use vanilla vodka in a recipe, and
Got it. So a company that was coming out with a new flavor,
Yes.
sponsored the competition.
Yes.
What happened?
I won
It's not like you just make this one. You make
about 149 other ones. Vanilla vodka, Frangelica.
at the same time?
Yes.
We start with some vanilla vodka and hazelnut liqueur.
We have a very heavy pour here at Jen's and Friends.
That is the longest
Good,
pour ever.
good, good.
Okay.
Then peanut butter syrup.
Just a,
Like a what? Usually people have numbers or counts. You actually have sound effects.
just a zzz,
Chocolate milk.
chocolate.
What?
Just a
What's the difference between a shh and a psh?
a little more.
So is more than
Yeah.
a shh? Got it.
Then a psh of chocolate milk.
The signature part of the drink, the glass.
Rim the glass in chocolate sauce and then dip it in chopped peanuts.
That looks pretty good already.
You ready to shake?
Yes.
Shake with ice.
Perfect.
Pour.
It smells really good.
Steve, you ready for this?
I'm definitely ready.
So wait,
And garnish with a candy.
And what do you just put them on or?
put it on the side. Thank you. Cheers, Steve.
We're friends now, Jen.
To go to the next location, we catch a lift aboard Savannah Slow Ride, a bar on a bicycle. Because of the relaxed laws on open containers and the fact that someone else is steering the bicycle, you're allowed to ride around on this bike bar with your drinks. We arrive at our next location and hop out at the Savannah Fencing Club. In today's six-pack challenge, Zane the Knife Lamprey and Steve the Pickle Spear McKenna will be competing in a gentleman's game, fencing.
As you might know, Drinking Made Easy is not just a drinking show, it's also a drinking game. Here in Savannah, it is a gentleman's sport to fence. So today, we will fence for 6 points.
Yes.
We're going to challenge each other like gentlemen in a friendly duel. Choose your sides. The six-pack challenge begins.
It's time for the six-pack challenge.
Where the tip of their blade touches the other person, it triggers a sensor and gives them a point. Whoever gets 6 points first is the winner. They get some quick instructions, and they're ready to duel. The objective is simple. Stab your opponent before your opponent stabs you. Lamprey goes on the attack. McKenna tries to fend him off. And right there, Lamprey draws first blood.
What's up?
Lamprey again goes on the attack and walks away with another quick point. Lamprey stays aggressive, but he's careless, and McKenna stabs him in the head.
Oh, that is his point?
Nails his touch. Yeah, it's a little deep that time.
Lamprey looks pissed off, and McKenna looks scared. There's point number 3 for Lamprey. Lamprey again takes charge, and Steve tries some twirling maneuver. Point Lamprey. Lamprey taunts McKenna, and McKenna takes the bait. He charges at Lamprey, and McKenna has Lamprey cornered. Oh, but he backs off, and Lamprey gets him on the arm. McKenna tries to get focused, but it may be too late. Lamprey again goes on the attack and stabs McKenna in the chest. With a clear victory, Lamprey is the winner of this week's six-pack challenge.
Nice job, bud.
Our next stop is a short drive from town at the Crab Shack on Tybee Island. Captain Jack Flanagan opened this place in 1983 to sell bait and fuel to fishermen. He started selling food, and now he sells a lot of food.
We have a lot of food, but we can't eat without drinking.
Gotta have a drink.
We started with a huge seafood feast and then sent Steve to the bar to make our first drink, the Monkey Round Rita. The Monkey Round Rita is made with tequila, triple sec, sour mix, and shake. Take a shaker and pour in tequila, triple sec, sour mix, and shake. Then pour,
Nice.
yeah, pour, okay.
There you go.
And pour, there you go, there you go. And top with Grand Marnier. Then put it into a coconut monkey head.
Is this the same ingredients in here?
Yes.
Just frozen.
Yes.
That is awesome. I'm gonna take these to the guys.
Hey, they're monkeys. Did you make these?
I sure did.
Which one's mine?
You get that one?
This is a monkey round Rita.
Whoa.
Well, that's our version of a margarita.
Now I have the frozen one, and you guys have the shaken,
Why'd you get a frozen one?
because they had a big Slurpee machine full of frozen margaritas.
I don't want to get the captain too excited, but I asked him about the history of the Crab Shack.
Oh, I'd say about 22 years ago. We had a fish camp. We put boats in and out. They ran charters offshore.
And that was just this
That was
This building over
just
there?
That building over there.
this one.
Yeah.
So that was an open deck,
Yeah.
and it had the shack there.
Yeah,
It's
the
not really
shack.
much of a shack anymore. What do you guys
No.
seat at a busy time?
Oh, we'll seat over 650.
650 people.
Right now, I'm experiencing mild brain freeze.
How'd you make these?
This one I made by pulling a lever, hit the button.
Then Captain Jack suggests that we try another drink called the Pink Flamingo.
3 flamingos.
Three flamingos, please.
That would be nice.
The Pink Flamingo is made with light rum, dark rum, coconut rum, pina colada mix, strawberry mix, and banana mix. Start with light rum, dark rum,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay.
then the coconut rum,
That's how we do it.
then the pina colada mix, strawberry mix, and banana mix. Blend and pour into giant pink cups.
You abuse him like this all the time?
It's my job.
Oh, okay. See there,
There
Cal.
you go.
What's in this, Cap? Well, you made it. What's in this?
I have no idea what's in it.
You remember?
I wasn't paying attention when you had that up here.
You asked me why I abuse him,
I know,
and now you understand?
I understand.
Whatever the captain says is whatever the captain says.
Yeah, but the captain didn't say it.
Oh, I'm saying it for him.
No, that's not how it
I'm
works.
now your sidekick.
You want him?
Yeah. No.
Captain Jack shows us around the grounds, and we end up at the pond, where we tempt some gators with some fresh lunch.
Look at them all.
Pleplius.
Look at them all getting in the water. They all think it's food.
You'll keep messing around and one of them will get it.
Oh!
Say goodbye to my little monkey, okay?
Oh, shit! No!
Look at him.
No! Give him back!
Get in there and get him.
We gotta go get the monkey. The gator got the monkey.
Coming up on Drinking Made Easy, we find out what happens to Pleplius.
Welcome back to Drinking Made Easy. You know, this isn't just a drinking show, it's also a drinking game where,
What's wrong?
well, I'm a little upset.
I know you are, but we're gonna get him back.
An alligator just stole Pleplius.
So to find out if we recover Pleplius,
Just watch the end of the show,
or go to drinkingmadeeasy.com.
or just watch the end of the show.
We are drinking our way through Savannah, and our next location is home to some local customs, like Jaeger eggs and rail pants. We belly up to the bar and talk with Swanee, who invented the Jaeger egg 15 years ago with her old bartender, Eddie.
What's happening right there?
We're gonna make Jaeger eggs.
You and this guy invented the Jaeger egg?
15 years ago. We were bored. There you go. Perfect.
Let's see
Okay.
what you're talking about here. So you want it in the end, you want it to look like this?
Yes.
To prep the pickled egg, cut the top off and hollow out the inside. Pour a little Jaeger in the bottom of a shot glass, place the egg in a glass, and fill it with Jaeger.
So you pour it in the egg as well.
Do you like these?
No.
Why do you sell them?
I asked Swanee how they came up with the concept of a Jaeger egg.
We were bored one afternoon. There's a bunch of rangers in here, and they were bored, and we were trying to figure out something that would get them going. And they ate 40 pickled eggs in an hour. So then we wanted to make it a little bit more conducive for everybody that wanted to try something and not have to wait an hour to do it. So we did this, and everybody did it, and they liked it.
So how do you eat these?
You take it like a shot.
Okay.
You're gonna do this too.
I'm gonna do it.
Do these make you smell good later?
Yes,
God,
definitely.
yes.
Chick magnet, you are.
Your breath and your farts are smell amazing. You didn't seem to mind it as much as I did.
I'm used to it.
Okay, I was told about a rail pub tradition called rail pants, where you're supposed to order a 40-ounce of beer, they hand it to you in a brown paper bag, then you casually drop your pants.
What was the origin of rail pants?
A bunch of college kids that came in here, they were doing it over and over and over again.
Pulls their pants down?
Pulls your pants down, just stands around a bar like there's nothing going on.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's very strange. But it's kind of fun because when you do it other places, you get in a lot of trouble.
Right.
But
But here, it's just part of
Yes.
the culture.
Once one person does it, it catches on. But it doesn't happen every day. It has to be somebody that actually knows what rail pants is.
Oh, I see. So what year would you say was the first rail pants?
Probably like 95, 96.
To Jaeger eggs and rail pants.
Yeah, great rail pants.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks.
Steve, come on.
Our next stop was on top of the Bohemian Hotel at Rocks on the Roof, where you can grab a drink and watch the container ships go by. But we came here for some oyster shooters and their legendary Savannah tea. First up, the shooters. They come fresh from the kitchen. They get shucked and poured into shot glasses and brought out to the bar.
So this is an oyster that's been shucked and scooped in, thrown in, topped off with cocktail sauce. Okay.
Sir.
2 with fresh cocktail sauce, 2 with remoulade sauce,
What's remoulade?
Kind of like a Texas pedal sauce. It's a mayonnaise-based, kind of like French salad dressing type sauce.
It's like with your crab cakes and stuff like that.
Remoulade. Got it.
and 2 with shallots and vinegar.
Nice.
Then top them off with their final ingredient, horseradish vodka.
What better way to eat your food than with alcohol? There you go.
Now it's time to drink, starting with the one Joe calls the classic cocktail.
There already is horseradish in the classic cocktail.
And the second one, remoulade 1, remoulade 2,
That's so fucking big.
These go down definitely the easiest. We saved the best for last.
What are they?
This is the vinegar and shallot.
See what that looks like? It's like a brain. The brain
Cheers,
sauce.
guys. This is great.
shallot vinegar 1, and shallot vinegar 2.
There it went. There it went. That was a clinger. That guy was holding on. There's a face of delicious there, right?
Yeah, those are so good. It's like starting a shot with spicy vodka horseradish and then ending it with a booger. Stir. Boom! Boom!
I'll take a drink.
Right, as if Steve needs another drink.
So, this is for you.
Good, too much, good, too much, much.
Okay, so here's what you gotta do. If he doesn't do them in under a minute, he has to jump in the river.
Get arrested.
It's like corporal punishment.
Yeah, so you could actually be thrown in jail if you don't do these in under a minute. Go. Yeah, that's smart.
Good start.
That was actually smart,
Very smart.
to start with the remoulade.
I know which one I'd leave last. I think he's got it. He's got it. Big time waster there.
Come on, everybody.
We're about to have a very strong drink that's gonna turn our night upside down.
This is like a Long Island iced tea.
It's innocently called Savannah tea, but it's made with sweet tea vodka, gin, rum, triple sec, tequila, simple syrup, lemon juice, cola, and lemon lime soda. Yeah, it's a strong one.
So we have 3 very innocent-looking glasses of ice that will be turned into Savannah tea in about a minute.
We'll start with the gin.
Okay.
Let's go with the beef here. There we are. The white rum.
So a half ounce?
Yes, sir. There we go. Now we're moving on to the tequila.
Okay.
There it is.
Which one?
Now we'll do the triple sec, the citron, and then sweet tea vodka.
How much?
2.
Like that?
Yep. Now we move on to the sour mix. There it is. Perfect. Where else?
It's a nightcap.
If you want, you can give it a little shake.
Like I said, it's a strong drink.
Top it off with some lemon.
That is a Savannah tea.
That is a Savannah tea.
I like to toast to sophistication.
And now you're about to see our evening get turned upside down. And this was only the start of our evening, which led to another very hungover morning.
He's a good monkey.
Well, hopefully he's not injured too badly.
That'll be fine. We can stitch him up. So you'll mail him to us?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Captain. Check us out on Facebook and at drinkingmadeeasy.com.